Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Love Coach Sessions Live. I'm your host, KTJ, and this is Love Coach Sessions Live. I got some new equipment and we got some new stuff going on for the new year, and I'm excited about what's happening. So, you guys come on in the house. So today, we got a great topic today. We're going to talk about this topic. This is what happens when you give a man everything he wants. Now, of course, this one, you guys know I talk about this stuff from the male perspective. I talk about it. I'm not on anybody's side, okay? And today we just happen to be chronicling, the goings on of somebody in Hollywood, and that would be Martin Lawrence. I ran across this article or this video on YouTube, and I thought this would be a great topic to talk about. To just kind of help somebody to get the idea. Now, this happens to be a man being on this side and a woman being on the other side, but these sides can switch sides, right? I was just in a conversation, and I'm going to do a show about this one a little later, about a woman who was on that side, and she was getting everything she wanted, and he wasn't getting what he wanted. So I just happen to say a man, but this goes either way. So this is going to be a good conversation for us to have today. So if you guys are here, look, jump in the chat box. Let me know that you're here. Say hello, and just let's join this conversation. We need more conversations going forward about these things, because these are real issues that people are going through. They're in their mind trying to figure out what is going on. Is this all in my mind, or is this a real situation that I need to pay attention to? I told a lady I was on the phone with just today, I said, look, relationships are basically simple, right? It's 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4 in every language and in every country. But if the person is bringing you something that's like trigonometry and you trying to figure it all out, it's you trying to think about it and pray about it and meditate about it, and it just still don't add up. Guess what? It's not right. And if it seems like it's not right, it's probably not right. So I got some clips here that I want to jump into it. We're going to just go ahead and jump into it. This article video that I'm going to show you today is on it's one of the gossip magazine kind of video shows. But I want you to kind of see the progress of what happens when a man gets everything he wants and the way that these things shake out. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that screen share, and I want to hear your comments on this topic as well. All right. So here we go.
He began dating actress Lark Voorhees, who gained notoriety as Lisa Turtle on Saved by the Bell. She also made an appearance on season 1 of Martin as the lead character's love interest. According to People magazine, Lark and Martin got engaged in 1993, and her Saved by the Bell co-star Dustin Diamond spilled some interesting tea in his memoir. Dustin wrote that Lark and Martin's relationship ended when Martin went on the Arsenio Hall show and announced he was engaged to someone else. When the Saved by the Bell cast reunited to record audio for the show's DVD, Dustin said Lark would flinch whenever a man came near her or whenever a man's voice was projected towards her. Many believed this meant Lark experienced something terrifying during her relationship.
All right, let me just pause right there. So I don't know if you guys knew that Martin and Lark Voorhees were an item. This was back in '92. Martin was just coming into his show, the Martin Show, and it was a success, right? But who knew that he was messing with Lisa? Lisa, look, I used to love Lisa from Saved by the Bell. We was like, man, I couldn't. So I don't know that I even knew that they were an item, but. So he goes on Arsenio Hall, and for this conversation, you got to be of a certain age, right? Because you got to know who Arsenio Hall is and know how big that show was. It was pretty much the biggest urban show in the country, right? And it went all over. And if you ended up on Arsenio Hall show back in the day, you were somebody, right? They didn't just let the amateurs on Arsenio Hall. you were the best of the best, the biggest of the big, right? And so I'm sure Arsenio went and asked him about his love life. And when he asked him about his love life, Martin said he was getting married to somebody else. And at the same time, he was seeing Lark. And so she said that was pretty much the end of their relationship. And so let me give you a little bit about this. So here's something. When a man, let's say, looking at this situation with him blowing up with his show, right? This guy already has massive amounts of popularity, and with massive amount of popularity comes massive options. Okay, he had a lot of options, and so he took advantage of one of those and began to see this other young lady, Patricia Southall. Now they started dating while he was seeing Vark Voorhees. So that might be, we don't know, but that might be the woman that he was referring to, right? Here's the thing. Sometimes when a man's got so many options, he can't narrow it down. And you know, especially when he got his career going. And this goes for a guy, whether he is in Hollywood or if he is a painter or if he's a plumber, right? He's got his career and he's got women, right? Career, women, and he's not really of the settling down type. You know, I said on one of my posts the other day, I said there's something that sometimes single women don't know about single men. There are very few single men who don't have any women helicoptering in their life. I call them helicopter women. Okay, call them helicopter women. Women who are just hanging around. Some of them come in for a brief landing, but then they go back up again and they helicopter for a little while longer. Some of these women come and they make a landing often, like once a week, twice a week. Some women don't make a landing for they are in the category of maybe once a month, once every 3 months. But there's very few. Now I'm not saying, listen, and I'm not saying what the guy is actually doing with these women. Let me just put that point out there. I'm not saying what he's actually doing with these women, but I'm just telling you they exist. Now, single women, there are some single women who might have a guy who's inboxing them, who might have a guy who's checking for them here and there. But women, you know, in general, deal with men one man to one man. Like most women don't have 5 men in their life. Like they might have some people that they know, like, or whatever, but when they're dealing with a man, they're dealing with that man, right? But single guys don't do that. So if you're ever wondering, right, I wonder if this single guy, you know, what's up with him? He seems nice and he seems like, why is it that there's no other women in his life? Why is it that it seems like there's nobody hanging around? Trust me, there's somebody hanging around. I'm not saying what he's doing with them, but they are in existence. Very few. And the very few, when I said this on a post somewhere, somebody chimed in, talked about relatives, right? And I know that guy's probably saying the truth, that he's only dealing with only women are in his life are women who are related to him, which is totally cool. But the majority, is what I just stated. All right. So let's catch another little piece of this video here. And you guys, let me hear your comments. I want to hear what y'all have to say about what I'm saying here. All right. This is more about Lark. I'm going to see if I can fast forward up to where he meets the beauty queen.
The other woman was former Miss Virginia, Patricia Southall. It's unclear when they started dating, but the Washington Post reported they first met in 1992, which means Patricia was definitely in the picture when Martin was engaged to Lark. Patricia told Dr. Phil she moved to Los Angeles in 1994 when she decided to pursue her dreams of becoming an actress. Sadly, she was hit with numerous rejections. She said, "I was always almost there, but not good enough. And then I felt like I was a total failure, even in my..."
All right, hold on. you guys, because we gotta talk about that for a minute. Is it ironic that Patricia Southall starts seeing Martin, then flies out to LA, and now wants to be an actress? Is she gets turned down for parts, and eventually she marries Martin. Now, she always wanted to be an actress, right? She always wanted to be in Hollywood. She thought that she had the look. She was a beauty queen. She was all those things, but she never quite was able to make the transition and to become somebody in Hollywood. Okay. Now, look, we're gonna fast forward to it, right? But you guys will see, for y'all that know, this is the same lady who is in. She married Emmett Smith. She, after she finished with him, she moved on to Emmett Smith, and she was on Iyanla Saved My Life, or one of them shows, one of the Oprah shows. The marriage, I think it was the Marriage Boot Camp show she was on, and she was the person in that show. You guys, hey, what's going on, Shantae? What's happening? So she was the person in that show. But listen to this, you guys. There are some people who are just opportunists, right? And some people, you listen, I don't care what you're rising to, right? I don't care if you want to be the mayor of your city. There's always somebody who wants to be attached to the mayor of the city. So you need to be concerned about why people want to be in your life. I asked one lady, I said, she says, I'm so happy I'm getting married. I'm so happy this guy, he asked to marry me. And I said, yes. And I said, you know what you need to ask him? Why? Why does he want to marry you? Now, I'm not saying there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying, why does he want to marry you? What does he see in you that makes him want to attach to you? Because there's something. Are y'all listening to me? Look, there's something. I don't know what it is, but there is something that makes him want to attach to you, and you should know what that is. All right. Let's jump into some more of this.
My personal life. Patricia and Martin got married in January 1995, according to the Washington Post. That same year, Martin experienced blockbuster success alongside Will Smith with the release of Bad Boys.
Okay.
It should have been a wonderful time for the Lawrence family, but it wasn't. Patricia told Dr. Phil, "We were both really young, volatile with one another. We just could not figure out how to make it work." Patricia later admitted that in July 1995, while on the set filming A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, the actor began screaming, cursing, talking incoherently, and he refused to be restrained. Patricia.
All right. So he was talking incoherently and refused to be constrained. Okay. So that was his his breakdown. I remember him having a breakdown. And he ended up in the hospital and all of that. But that's not what we're talking about today. All right. I feel for the brother, but that's not what we're talking about. And listen, isn't it interesting that here goes Patricia Southall again, going on camera to have these conversations about her celebrity husband, right? I want y'all to notice these things. Why is she doing that? Why? Because she couldn't build her own celebrity. She could never cross that line and become her own celebrity. So why not be a celebrity through somebody else? All right. You got to watch people and understand why people want you in their lives. Okay. It's not always true blue. All right. Let me see if I can fast forward it just a little bit here.
Between Patricia and Martin.
It was over.
She claimed during a night in mid-September, he woke her up, picked a fight, and then shoved her. She got her daughter, and according to the LA Times, they went to stay at a hotel in Universal City. She told Dr. Phil, I had nothing. I was ashamed, embarrassed. I was a mess. But it was Martin who filed for divorce in September 1996. According to the
All right, hold on. So let's talk about that. It was Martin that filed for divorce in 1996. So they got married in 95 and he filed for divorce in 96. What does that tell you? And she had a baby. She had his baby in that short amount of time of them be courting and getting married. All these things, these are signs, right? Here's a let me drop a nugget for you guys. Anytime a person has a desire and they are in a hurry to get the desire done, right? Get things done, get things rolling, question it. If you meet somebody and they say, you know what? You are exactly what God has sent to me. I've been praying. And here you are. I am everything you wanted, and you are everything that I wanted. Isn't that right? Right? If you agree and it happens fast, and you say, you ever seen those relationships? They say, it happened so fast. If the relationship happens so fast, it will end so fast. Most likely it will end just as fast as it started. So there's this thing called time, and time has to get in there to show you who the person was. If he had to let time show them, who she was, what her opportunist self was about, and then show her what he was all about to see that he got drug use and drug issues. Okay, then that would have told him what he has and what he's dealing with. All right. And so I think that people have to know what they are dealing with. You need to know what you're dealing with. All right. All right. So look, let's keep it going. Hey, LV, thank you so much for popping in. Appreciate you. Let's keep it going.
Washington Post, a month after he filed, Patricia won a restraining order against him. She said Martin was enraged when she left and threatened to hurt her and her family. In divorce docs, Patricia said Martin only drank occasionally, but he was smoking substances every day, which would cause him to speak irrationally. Her allegations coincided with reports that Martin had an incoherent outburst while filming an episode of his sitcom. And then there was the bombshell. In divorce documents, Patricia said since July 1995, Martin had undergone psychiatric treatment and had taken psychotropic medication. She stated he had a full-time live-in nurse since May 1996, and psychiatric testing in September of that year found impairment in his thought processes. A psychiatric marriage, Patricia and Martin were over, but they battled over child support, and Patricia contested their prenup. According to the Washington Post, she requested $50,000 a month to maintain her lifestyle.
Hold on. We're going to stop right there, y'all. Hold on. We're going to stop right there. $50,000 a month for child support. $50,000 a month for what kind of support does a child need? That's $50,000. Now, he was smart enough to get a prenup, and she signed the prenup. Now, of course, when you get married, after you marry the guy, then you got to contest the prenup. But $50,000 a month. I thought Dr. Dre's wife was bad, but this is a while ago. $50,000 a month. Now, she probably didn't get the $50,000 a month, but she probably got something close to it. I'm sure she got something close to it. LV say maintaining the lifestyle. Yeah, right. What kind of lifestyle did that child have that needs $50,000? Ooh, man, she caught a sucker apparently. All right, let's keep it going.
Trisha moved on with NFL player Emmitt Smith, and Martin moved on as well. He accompanied a friend to a little gathering, and that's where he met Shamika Gibbs. Shamika told Bossip she was in the kitchen cooking, and when Martin was asked if he wanted something to eat, he answered, "No, thank you. I want some Shamika."
Uh-huh.
According to Shamika's timeline, they met sometime around 1995, which meant he was still legally married to Patricia.
Yep.
He and Shamika became friends, and she said that eventually he got some Shamika. But there was more drama in Martin's professional life. In November 1996, Tisha Campbell left Martin in the middle of the 5th season, and in January 1997,
so I'm gonna pause it right here. I'm gonna pause it right here. Now, he met Shamika, and he said the mama, not the child. Got you. So he meets Shamika. She's in the kitchen at a friend's party, and he meets her, and they get connected. Now he was still married at the time, but they became friends, and they got connected. Now, this is something right here, right? When I always believe that people need to connect with people on their level, right? On their level. Shamika was a regular person, right? And he saw her, wanted to connect with her, wanted to get something going with her. She's beautiful, good looking. And by the way, is anybody noticing a trend here? Martin Lawrence obviously has a type. The man obviously has a type. And all of these women kind of favor Tisha Campbell. Is that just my imagination? I don't know. All these women seem like they favor Tisha Campbell. But so they got together, they got connected, and we'll see what the end of that end result is. Let's see. Let's see how that shook out. Let's see. I'm gonna try to fast forward a little bit there past the Tisha Campbell stuff.
Nightclub. According to E! News, he was sentenced to 2 years probation, community service, and was ordered to remain in an undisclosed, medically supervised treatment program.
Martin got stuff going on.
The sitcom Martin ended in 1997, but the actor found no shortage of television and movie roles. His relationship with Shamika continued on as well, as more issues popped up in his personal life. On a 100-degree day in August 1999, Martin was on a mission to lose weight for a movie role. So he put on a rubber suit and a wool hat and went for
I'm a fast forward. He ended up in a coma.
He told ABC News he had to wear a diaper and attended physical therapy to regain his ability to walk. He said many friends reached out to support him.
This is pretty sad.
Johnson,
I hate to hear that.
MC Hammer. When he was asked by ABC News what his friends said to him, Martin joked, "I don't know. I was high." Shamika gave birth to their daughter Iyana in November 2000, and they welcomed their second daughter Amara in August 2002. That same year, Martin decided to set the record straight in an interview with ABC News. He called the media the scum of the earth for fabricating stories about him. He didn't deny that substances actually played a part in some of the things he had gone through. However, he denied being diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
What's wrong with being diagnosed?
Tribune, he said there were devils in his life who were trying to cloud him. He got rid of everyone and was left with a group of people who were genuine.
Yeah.
He was ready to focus on his work and had another successful film under his belt with the release of Bad Boys 2 in 2003. After knowing each other for 15 years, Martin and Shamika got married in July 2010 at his Beverly Hills home.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Less than 2 years later, they announced their marriage was over.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. We got to talk about that. So they were together for 15 years. Okay? They were together for 15 years. She was her boyfriend, and he was her girlfriend for 15 years. This is what happens when you give a man everything he wants. he'll take everything he wants. How are you somebody's girlfriend for 15 years? Now, you guys know in most states by then she's like common law marriage. But what was the point of getting actually married 15 years after 15 years? What was the point of that if it didn't matter? Listen to this. You have to understand what matters to you. What are you agreeing to, and what will you sign up for, and what will you not sign up for? Let me tell you something. If you sign up for the bull, don't be surprised if you get more bull. Now, somewhere after year 1, somewhere after year 2, the conversation had to be going on. Somewhere after year 3, how do you get to year 5 and you're just somebody's girlfriend? A celebrity at that. Start having kids around 2000. They had the first kid, second kid around 2002. Get married, and 2 years later, you get divorced. Now, can somebody tell me how that makes sense? Right? What was the point of it all? I'm sure the wedding probably wasn't even fully paid for, but they were already divorced. And I'm telling you, people are in a hurry sometimes to get married. They want the wedding, they want the celebration, they want the pomp and circumstance, but they haven't done anything that's going to ensure that this is actually going to be a good idea and that we should actually do this. Now, at that 15-year mark, right? I don't know if they did, but I'm suggesting that somebody like that, they need to go to therapy. How about we go to therapy first? And this is something that I'm saying. I haven't heard nobody else saying it, but I've been saying it for the last couple of months. I'm suggesting that anybody who decides that they want to get married, before they get married, you need a couple of personal one-on-one sessions with a love coach, with a relationship coach, with a therapist, with somebody to make sure that you are right and you are lined up with your purpose for wanting to be in this relationship. Too many people they want the party, but they don't want the process. They want the celebration, but they don't want to settle down and understand what they are actually getting themselves into. So they figure, look, we've been together 15 years. We might as well get married. Ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change. But everybody who is married, who has been married, knows that everything changes. You think that going from a boyfriend and girlfriend to a husband and wife, it's all the same. We've been living like husband and wife all this time. Ain't nothing gonna change. And you see what happened. 2 years later, boom, they're filing for divorce. Why is that? Why is that? Because there's somewhere in there, the foundation, it just wasn't solid, and people didn't do the work that it needed to be done before they took that step. It's all backwards and upside down. And trust me, and if you start upside down and backwards and all of that, it generally doesn't get much better. There's no way you should be somebody's girlfriend for 15 years. What in the world? But guess what? If you decide it, it'll be just fine. I just told somebody today on a love coach session. I did a session with somebody today. I said, listen to this, you guys. Nothing happens until a woman says yes. Nothing happens until a woman says yes. The guy says, hey, I saw you over there and can I talk to you? Can I talk? Excuse me, Miss Lady. Excuse me. Can I talk to you? And what do you say? Yes, you can talk to me. Okay, good. Let's talk. Can I buy you a drink? Yes, you can buy me a drink. Okay, good. That's more time. I really like how you look. Can I get your number? You say what? Yes, you can get my number. Can I take you? I call you on the phone. Can I take you out sometimes? I got this really nice restaurant I really want to take you to. I'm going to have a good time with you. Yes. You have a great date, great couple of dates. The man asks you again, can I take you out? And you say yes. The date's getting hot and heavy, and you make it back to his place, and he asks you for the next step. Y'all know what the next step is. And you say yes. Okay. He calls you on the phone to tell you how much he had a good time, and you say, I had a good time too. When you pick up the phone and say hello, that means that's a yes. That means I'm answering your call. I'm open to you. All of these are yeses. And I'm telling you, by the time you get to this 15-year mark, there was a lot of yeses. By the time you are a 15-year girlfriend, there's a lot of yeses where there should have been some no's. There was way too many yeses and not enough no's. It should have been somewhere around. I can't say for Shamika, but I can tell you somewhere there should have been some no's. And no's represent barriers. It represents things that I will allow and things I will not allow. But sometimes having the blindness of the glitz and the glamour and the possibilities and all the things make you want to say yes. You just say yes, yes. It's the dream life I've always wanted. So you say yes. Because you know, maybe you also know that somewhere there's somebody else who will say yes where you say no. But guess what? At the end of the day, do you have self-respect? Say yes to that. Because for some of these people, they don't even hear no. They ain't got no doesn't even register to them. They only hear yes, especially somebody like a celebrity. All they know is yes. Yes, do the thing that I'm telling you to do, the thing that I want you to do. Don't worry about what you want. What you want, you're going to get what you want. I know what you want. You want a house, you want a car, you want security, you want safety, you want to feel like somebody. I got that. Just do it my way. Somewhere along the line in that 15 years, she was supposed to say no when she said yes. This is for somebody. There comes a time that you got to say no. And if you say yes, you'll wish that you hadn't. All right. Let's see if we can catch the rest of this. Look, I gotta back it up just a minute. Oh, look at this.
They announced their marriage was over.
Marriage over.
Martin eventually moved on with Roberta Moradfart sometime around 2014. After 3 years of dating, Martin proposed with a 5-carat ring.
5-carat ring.
TMZ estimates the ring cost him $500,000. Martin and Roberta have yet to tie the knot, but everything else appears to be going great for him. Bad boys.
All righty. My man. So, y'all. So the man buys you a $500,000 ring, but there is no wedding in sight. Why is that? Why is that? A $500,000 ring after dating for 3 years, but there's no wedding planned. Guess what? Listen to this. I got this from, I heard Dr. Laura say this. Laura Schlesinger. She's probably the biggest relationship speaker outside of Dr. Ruth. If you guys have ever tracked her, Dr. Laura Schlesinger. She said, unless a person has a ring and a date, you are not getting married. Unless you got a ring and a date, you're not getting married. Don't have a date, just a ring, you're not getting married. Got a date, but no ring, you're probably not getting married. You need a ring and a date. And she got a ring. A ring means sit right here. Sit still, little puppy. Sit right here. Don't go nowhere, because you mine. Okay? Ring. but no date. And are you trying to tell me that you think that this lady is the reason that there's no date? Is that what you think? That the lady is holding up the process from them getting married? Absolutely not. It's not the lady that's holding them up. It's Martin. Why? Because he's done this already. And a man who's been through the process, who's been through an ugly divorce, who has been through child support and spousal support and all of this stuff, and then, been through other stuff that we don't even know about. He's slow. So this would be his third time. Okay. He's gotten hit upside the head both times, I'm sure. That lady, the first lady, she needed $50,000 in child support. Now, I can't imagine what Shamika needed because she got 2 kids by the guy. So that's gonna be about 100. That's gonna be about 100 grand probably each. 100 grand total will still be a hurt to the pockets. So then you got $150,000 a month. I'm just guesstimating, right? $150,000 a month in just child support. My man's a little slow about saying yes to getting married again. And you can understand, wouldn't you? I would as well. So, hey, the man's taking his time. He said, I'll give you a ring, but I ain't giving you no date. Because we gotta see about this. We gotta work this out. And he's trying to work it out financially. Understand that. He's trying to work it out financially. That's probably the reason why he hasn't said yes yet. But that's why they haven't pushed on. But there's some lessons there. Okay. You don't let somebody string you along. Now, for this girl, like 3 years, after 3 years, he gave you a ring. Now, how long you going to stay his girlfriend with his ring on? How long do you stay somebody's girlfriend? You going to do what the last girl did and stay his girlfriend for 15 years? Now, somebody said, well, I don't want to push it. It's better for you to push it than to not push it and end up getting what you get. And what you get will be not much. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, you're going to get something, but it won't be very much. So heed the warnings here. Heed the instructions here so that you can end up getting what you want. At the end of the day, when you close your eyes at nighttime, the question is, did you get what you needed from that day? Yes or no? Wake up the next day, do it all over. Did you get what you wanted from that day at the end of the day? Yes or no? And the answer is no. You got to make some adjustments. If the answer is yes, fine. How are we going to keep it that way? And you need to work on keeping it that way. So we're either getting it that way or keeping it that way every single day. All right. All right, you guys, comment on this. I want to hear you guys' ideas about this. Comment, subscribe, hit the button, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. We got more of these content, more of these talks coming. I got new equipment. I got new stuff. I got new lighting. I got new everything. And we're going to take this to the top and make it all happen for you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Till next time, peace and love. Bye.